The Halloween party. Planning the Halloween party. It was early October, and the Smith family was sitting around the dinner table when Emily came up with an exciting idea. "Why don't we have a Halloween party this year?" Emily suggested. "We can invite the Johnsons, the Gomez family, and some of our neighbors." "That sounds awesome," Lily said with a big smile. "I want to dress up as a witch." "And I'll be a vampire," Jack said excitedly. "Can we decorate the house with pumpkins and spider webs?" John nodded. "That's a great idea. We can turn our house into a haunted house, and everyone can wear costumes." Emily agreed. "Let's plan some games and activities too, like bobbing for apples and a costume contest." The family quickly started planning their Halloween party. They made a list of everything they needed: costumes, decorations, food, and prizes for the games. Preparing for the party. The week before Halloween, the Smith family got busy preparing for the party. They bought decorations like fake spiders, cobwebs, and jack-o'-lanterns. They also picked out costumes. "I found the perfect witch hat," Lily said, trying it on in front of the mirror. "I'll wear a black dress and carry a broom." Jack tried on his vampire costume, complete with a long black cape and plastic fangs. "I'm going to scare everyone," he said, pretending to hiss like a vampire. Emily and John decided to dress up too. Emily chose to be a black cat, with cat ears and a tail, while John decided to be a pirate, complete with an eye patch and a fake sword. The family decorated the house with orange and black streamers, cobwebs, and carved pumpkins. They even put a fake skeleton by the front door to greet their guests. The big day. Finally, Halloween arrived. The Smith family was excited and ready for the party. By the afternoon, their house looked like a haunted house, with spooky decorations everywhere. "I love how the house looks," Lily said, admiring the glowing jack-o'-lanterns. John was outside setting up a few more decorations in the yard, like tombstones and a ghost that waved in the wind. "Everything's ready," John said as he finished placing the last decoration. "Now we just need our guests to arrive." The family put on their costumes, and soon the doorbell started ringing. The Johnson family arrived first, dressed as zombies. The Gomez family followed, with Mrs. Gomez dressed as a fairy and Mr. Gomez as a superhero. Fun games and activities. The party started with fun games and activities. In the backyard, John had set up a station for bobbing for apples. The kids took turns trying to grab apples from a bucket of water using only their mouths. "This is harder than it looks," Jack said, laughing as he tried to catch an apple with his teeth. Lily finally caught an apple and held it up proudly. "I did it," she said with a smile. Inside the house, Emily organized a costume contest. Each guest had a chance to show off their costume, and everyone clapped and cheered. There were witches, ghosts, pirates, and superheroes. "I think Lily's witch costume is the best," Mrs. Johnson said. "I like Jack's vampire costume," added Mr. Gomez. "He looks so scary." The winners of the contest received small prizes, like bags of candy and Halloween toys. A spooky snack table. After the games, everyone gathered around the snack table. Emily had prepared lots of Halloween-themed treats, like spider-shaped cookies, cupcakes with green icing, and bowls of candy. "These cookies are delicious," Lily said, grabbing another spider-shaped cookie. There's so much candy here, Jack said, his eyes wide as he looked at the candy bowls filled with chocolate, gummies, and candy corn. Emily had also made witch's brew, which was actually a punch made from fruit juice and soda, with floating gummy worms to make it look spooky. Try the witch's brew, Emily said, pouring a cup for Lily and Jack. It's sweet and a little bit creepy. The haunted house. As the evening went on, it was time for the highlight of the party, the haunted house. John had set up the living room as a spooky maze, with dark curtains, fake spiders, and eerie sounds playing in the background. Who's brave enough to enter the haunted house? John asked in a spooky voice. The kids lined up, excited but a little nervous. Lily went in first, followed by Jack and their friends. Inside, they had to walk through the dark room, avoiding fake cobwebs and trying not to scream when they saw a skeleton pop out from behind a curtain. This is so scary, Lily said, laughing and holding onto her friend's hand. At the end of the haunted house, there was a treasure chest filled with candy. Each kid got to take a piece as a reward for making it through the spooky maze. Trick-or-treating. Once the haunted house adventure was over, it was time for trick-or-treating. The neighborhood was full of kids in costumes, walking from house to house, collecting candy. Let's go, Jack said, grabbing his candy bucket. I want to get as much candy as possible. Lily and Jack, along with their friends, went door to door, saying trick or treat. At each house, they received lots of candy, including chocolate bars, lollipops, and gummies. This is the best part of Halloween, Lily said, smiling as she looked into her bucket full of candy. After an hour of trick-or-treating, the kids returned to the Smith house with their candy. They sat down together and traded their favorite pieces. I'll trade you my chocolate for your gummy worms, Jack said, holding out his candy. The end of the party. As the evening came to an end, the guests began to leave, thanking the Smith family for a fun and spooky party. Thank you so much for inviting us, Mrs. Johnson said. The kids had a great time, and the haunted house was amazing. We're glad you came, Emily replied. It was so much fun to see everyone in their costumes. After the last guest left, the Smith family sat down in the living room, tired but happy after a successful Halloween party. That was the best Halloween ever, Jack said, eating a piece of candy. I agree, Lily added. I loved the haunted house and the costume contest. Emily smiled. We'll have to make this a family tradition. Every Halloween, we'll have a big party with games, snacks, and lots of fun. John nodded. I think that's a great idea. Halloween is always better when we celebrate it together.